guys gave up in the first quarter.
We're only talking about the second and fourth quarter, Katie.
Great.
I'm sorry.
Okay. No,
We're not talking about the first and third tonight.
understandable.
Yeah, they jumped us. Luka jumped us. I think he had 21 in the first quarter. Had us on our heels, and I just didn't think we had the same urgency that we had to start that Golden State game. To me, it was noticeable. And they jumped us and kind of you can have any game plan in the world, you get punched in your mouth. Next thing you know, you're just on your heels. And I felt we reacted for a while. There were two things that I was proud of. First half, we're down 28. We cut it to 14 at halftime. Our starters found a way to cut into that and make it respectable at the half. And then we're down 30 early in the fourth quarter, and that lineup of Jalen and Hunter and Spencer and Vlatko and PJ, and Zeke was out there for a little bit. They cut a 30-point deficit all the way down to 8 with 40 seconds to go. So really, really happy and proud of those guys. Obviously, we got our butts kicked overall. 19 turnovers for 30 points. That's not going to allow you to win many games, especially when you're missing a couple of key players. But just got to find a way to try to get healthy and go up to Portland.
What do you feel like you could have done differently on Luka?
Probably sending more bodies. After that first quarter, just he's so good, he's so big, he's so strong, and his obviously shot-making ability is just incredible. So we should have sent more bodies at him early and force other guys. And they were making threes. They made 16 on the game, but just get the ball out of his hands, not let him have a 21-point quarter. We could have done. I could have done a better job with that.
Michael, when you look at this final home stretch before the playoffs start, beyond health, what are the other points of emphasis you hope the group can sharpen up?
Well, the things that kind of jump off the stat page every night for me are our inability to take care of the ball. I think we've been a team that struggled in transition this year, and a lot of times that starts with their offense and our turnovers and our live ball turnovers. They had 14 for 18. We had 19 for 30 on the road. And that's been a somewhat consistent theme with our team, just not taking care of it, which leads to poor transition. Three-point defense and our defense overall. We're the number 2 offense on this season, and at game 70. We did get out and run tonight, which is great, 26 fast break points. We've been the number 1 running team. But if our defense doesn't improve, that's going to make it really hard to finish up these final 12 games on a high note. Because you consider who we're playing and the quality of opponents that we have. If we just think we're going to outscore teams or trade baskets, I know from my own track record, that's a recipe for disaster.
Hey, Michael. Aaron Gordon recently said that Russ isn't a dog, he's a wolf. Just in general, what has Russ meant to the team this season?
Are dogs and wolves related? I don't know. They're in the same.
They're in the same family,
right?
Yeah.
Something like that. But Russ has meant a ton. I can't sit up here and say enough good things about Russell Westbrook. And it starts way before you even look at a stat sheet. You look at his intangibles. The guy is a warrior. He's tough. He plays with an edge. He's one of the best leaders and vocal leaders I've been around in many, many years in this league. And it's not just, he doesn't bring it just once in a while. It's every day with Russell Westbrook. And then on the court, he plays downhill. He plays with an attack mindset. And he's a winner. He's a guy that, hey, you can pick who's in that foxhole with you. I want that wolf in my foxhole. He's a guy that is going to battle and never, ever, ever take a backward step. And that's why I love the guy and I have a ton of respect for him.
Coach, you've talked about turnovers a lot. How do you solve that problem? And is there a turnover, besides live balls, is it passing, is it traveling? Is there a certain kind of a turnover that can be fixed more easily than other turnovers? How do you get by that problem?
I think we should just come down and not pass the ball at all. If you don't pass it, just take the first shot available.
That's what Iverson said.
Yeah, well, Bob Cousy said it years ago, too. Each time you pass the ball, the percentage of a turnover increases dramatically. For us, it's just being a little bit more disciplined, reading the defense, not playing in a crowd. I think, Chris, when you watch us play and the way teams are guarding us, that paint, like these guys tonight, that paint is really, really packed. Tonight we scored 52 in the paint, which is pretty impressive when you don't have the likes of Jamal and Nikola. But just a lot of them are bad passes, playing in tight spaces, trying to force things that aren't necessarily there. And just got to read the defense, take what the defense is giving you. We're going to turn the ball over. We're a ball movement, body movement team. We lead the league in assists per game. But I think the thing I'd like to see more of, let's be more resilient to when we do turn the ball over. When I first got in the league many years ago, Jeff Van Gundy talked about your goal should be giving up less than 1 point per turnover. And so if you give up 19 turnovers, let's keep it to 19 points. It can't be 30. And I think there are a few times tonight we turned the ball over and guys just kind of quit on the play and we're giving up easy ones in transition. So just be a little bit more resilient after we do turn it.
You mentioned no Nikola, no Jamal. How are those guys feeling? What's kind of the latest on their bodies?
Yeah, I would say, we'll have a better answer tomorrow and obviously going into our next game. What day is today? Wednesday. So on Friday's game, I think Jamal is closer than Nikola, to be quite honest. So we'll kind of get a read on see how they feel. As I mentioned pregame, Nikola and Jamal both want to play. They want to be out there with their teammates. They understand what time of the year it is and how valuable each and every one of these games are. But we also have to do right by them and make sure this doesn't become something even bigger and more concerning. So if they're back for Portland, great. If not, we have enough in that room to go out there and try to get a win against a division opponent. Thanks, everybody.